Let's take a look at genetic tests from an employment law perspective. Medical exams also include genetic tests aimed at assessing the predisposition of persons to develop a medical condition or pass them to offspring. Knowledge regarding the genetic makeup of humans and the basis of diseases has been rapidly accumulating. Genetic testing promises medical benefits but also lends itself to misuse, particularly in the hands of employers and insurers. The Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act, known as GINA, covers employers with 15 or more employees and applies to both employment decisions and to health insurance. Concerning employment, employers must generally refrain from requesting, requiring, purchasing, or otherwise acquiring genetic information regarding applicants and employees. Genetic information includes information from genetic tests of an employee or a family member, family medical history, requests for genetic services by an employee or family member, and genetic information about a fetus. Information about which medical conditions run in a family is considered genetic information. In contrast, information about conditions or traits already manifested by employees does not fall within protections of GINA. There are some narrow exceptions to the prohibition of acquiring genetic information, such as isolated cases of inadvertent disclosure of genetic information by employees. One of the circumstances under which employers are especially likely to violate GINA is when they make requests for medical information to healthcare providers. The EEOC has suggested language for making such requests that, if used, provides employers with a safe harbor. Employers should use the suggested language when making requests for medical information from healthcare providers. The language references GINA, explains the meaning of genetic information, and then states to comply with this law, we are asking you not to provide any genetic information when responding to this request for medical information. To the limited extent that employers can lawfully possess genetic information, this information is subject to the same confidentiality requirements that the ADA imposes on medical information of all types. Confidential handling and maintaining the information in files separate from the employee's personnel file is required. Genetic information is medical information, and genetic tests are a specific type of medical exam. The ADA's limitation on a medical exam and inquiries and on the use of medical information apply to genetic information. GINA, however, goes further in limiting the acquisition and use of this particular type of medical information. Although the scope of medical exams administered following a conditional offer of employment is not restricted by the ADA, GINA requires that such exams must not include any genetic information gathering. Employers must never use genetic information for making decisions about employment opportunity.